2, 1. What's up, guys? I'm Christian.
I'm Carlos.
And we're back with another episode of the Unexpert Analysis. Episode 7, actually.
That's right.
Yes, sir. What are we reviewing today? We definitely are. Yeah. And I'm excited.
We're reviewing Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales.
It's starring
Johnny Depp.
It's a given.
Javier Bardem.
He did excellent.
He did really great. And then some characters from previous Pirates of the Caribbean films. Orlando Bloom does make an appearance.
He does, along with...
let's not say that character, though.
Okay.
And we'll talk about Barbosa, though. We will talk about Barbosa.
Who's Barbosa?
Barbosa.
Right.
Captain Barbosa. Duh. The film is doing really great right now. It's at $326 million. It's made over the weekend, which means it's not a flop.
It's actually really freaking good.
Yeah, it is. The budget was $230 million, so I mean, it's doing surprisingly really well. Not many people really wanted the film. Not really knowing why, because I mean, I'm a very big fan of this franchise. I grew up watching this. I pretty much watched the second and the first and second one almost every day. The second one more because it was, it captivated me. The Kraken and the whole storyline was great. So I mean, this I think this franchise is it's a classic, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. And this movie was definitely made for the fans. It was if anything, it was made for the fans. Critics aren't too pleased with it, and like most of the time, 90% of the time, we're going the other way.
Yeah.
We definitely enjoyed this movie very much. There were some things that could have been better, like the writing, especially in terms of Captain Salazar. We feel that his backstory could have been elaborated a little more.
Yeah.
Maybe you can speak on that a little more.
Because he becomes a ghost, and they say it's filled because why he became a ghost because it was filled with rage
for Jack Sparrow.
And it just said I feel like they could have gone a little bit more how he became a ghost, because in the first one, Barbosa and his band of mishaps were obviously skeletons because they didn't have that last medallion. They were cursed because they didn't have that last medallion in the blood of Bootstrap Bill Turner. And then the second one was Davy Jones didn't have a heart, so that's why he was damned to hell or to the Davy Jones forever, and he couldn't get on land because he didn't have his heart. So
the setups were memorable. And this one, we don't even remember. I remember there was a scene that it talked about how he became a ghost and the rage that he talks about and why he's going after Jack Sparrow. But what was also cool, we found out why Jack is called Jack Sparrow. Yeah,
because, there was a pretty cool backstory on Jack Sparrow. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it was cool because he was up on the top like a bird and he was yelling at Salazar.
So they called him Jack the Sparrow.
Yeah, so...
And it was freaking awesome.
It was pretty cool, yeah.
Brought that around for sure.
And it was cool how they brought the music score back from the originals. It was a lot of, pure music, and it gave me chills when I heard the music and the boats and the ships and them firing at each other. They
definitely played the hits in this movie.
Yeah, it felt like the original because sword fighting and just all around it was great. And then
it's what you want from a sequel, even if it is the fourth sequel. It's what you want from a sequel in terms of playing true to the roots, playing the hits, but also being its own standalone movie.
Yeah.
And now introducing new characters, new young aspiring characters who we believe they're gonna take them and take this movie on to probably another 2 movies. Yeah, and I because the previews don't really show the plot line. It does say that Salazar he wants to obviously get Jack Sparrow, but there's also a subplot that I didn't know about. I knew that Orlando Bloom was gonna be in the film, but we'll let you guys watch the film. I don't want to talk too much because I didn't really know watching this film how the whole storyline coincided with that. Which I would say Jack Sparrow is actually the subplot of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And the actual plot kind of centers around the Turners.
Yeah, sure. And so then,
there's a lot of missions in this movie. Now that I think about it, there's 3 or 4 different missions, and they're all kind of centered around Jack Sparrow, which is definitely the heart of this franchise. Mm-hmm. But you get to see other people's stories told with pirates surrounding them and getting chased by all these crazy, crazy pirates that you've always heard stories about, and now they're brought to life, and it's actually a lot of fun.
And it felt like there was a lot more comedy in this film. Some of the films before this were a lot more, a little bit darker. Yeah, a little bit. The first one was a lot more comedic, but this one did feel because there's a part where they're on this island and Jack Sparrow's in this predicament, and I think you know which part where they're the well, they're inside that well, and it was funny because they're bantering back and forth, and it was freaking hilarious. I mean, it's Jack Sparrow, and then people were saying that Jack Sparrow in this film does look, he's coming off kind of stupid, or Like, he's getting these situations, but that is Jack Sparrow. He always says, this is the day you'll remember that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow. That's Jack Sparrow. I mean, he gets in these situations that you're going to be like, he gets out of them, and you're like, whoa, how did he get out of that? Because he's not your all-around, like, hero. He's just like this.
He's definitely ill-witted, and that gets him into these situations, but he always finds a way out. Yeah. And that makes for a very fun and exciting movie, for sure.
Exactly, and some people thought it was more slapstick this time, but I felt like it was still true to the point of who Jack Sparrow is.
Right, definitely. So again, that goes back to what we've been saying, is they're just playing the strengths of what made the first two movies as successful as they were. Yeah. And then those are followed by two maybe definitely successful movies in box office standards. Yeah. But in terms of likability and us just really admiring the films, not so much. So this one's definitely a good pickup.
Yeah, it was.
And reboot, you can call it even.
And we hope to see another one because it does leave off on a potential sequel.
I mean, I don't need another one. I'd be okay with not having another one, but...
I would like another one because, I mean, I love this franchise. I mean, I've said it before, I grew up with it, and it still brings, big, chilling. It
definitely hits a nostalgia bone.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Like, this film hit so much nostalgia moments that I was just like, oh, man, that feels so good. Like, I left the theater very satisfied. So, I mean, but there were some parts, like, with Salazar's boat, it kind of, like, the way it, like, eats other boats or something, it didn't feel very,
just thought out.
Yeah, because the Kraken in the second one, the Kraken is a Kraken. Like, it gets the whole boat, and you just see it, like, grabbing pirates and going through, like...
Much more menacing.
Yeah, this one was like, you guys could have thought more of it out of this film. But, overall, great film. Go see it. If you're a big fan of Pirates of the Caribbean and Jack Sparrow and the whole storyline, it does wrap everything up from the previous one, so...
Yeah, it's definitely something you expect from the studio, Disney, and the actors, and the movie franchise itself. Could have definitely been better in terms of writing, in terms of plot. Pacing was definitely not consistent. Yeah. But the fun that you have while watching this movie...
it's very entertaining.
It definitely makes up for that. So I would give it a 80.
Yeah, I'd give it an 85. Yeah.
My 80 is probably rounded up from a 79, but I'll give it an 80. Call it quits.
Yeah.
So definitely a must-go-see. Our question is, do you have a favorite pirate movie? If not this one, maybe Peter Pan or anything like that.
Yeah, Hook with Robin Williams.
If you do, leave that down in the comments below. Hit us with a like. And of course, if this is your first time stopping by, hit us with a subscribe. Share it with your friends. And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.